Guys, good morning. Am I audible?
Yes, Dinesh.
Can I confirm screen is visible?
Yeah, Dinesh.
Okay. Guys, in our previous session, we have discussed this Ansible, right? We have completed our theoretical discussion. So today, we'll discuss how we can do practically, how we can implement, or maybe how we can install the Ansible first practically. So we can begin, installing your Ansible on your CentOS machine on AWS cloud, right? And then later we will discuss how we can implement this practically. But as of now, let's try to understand how we can implement Ansible server or maybe Ansible machine on the CentOS machine. Is whenever anything you want to install, always it is a good practice to go for your application, guys, which is third party. So let me check that one. Ansible installation. Can anyone quickly confirm Ansible? What is the core language? What is the core language of Ansible?
Yeah, Aman.
No,
Python.
Python. Right? Python is the core language of Ansible. What is the core language of Jenkins?
Java.
What is the core language of Maven? It is also Java.
Okay.
Maven core language also Java. So first of all, I will check whether I have Python is available in my machine or not. Let me check it. For that, I need a EC2 server. So I will click on my EC2 machine and I will click on launch instance. So I will create one CentOS machine, maybe a master Ansible server. This is my master Ansible server. In real time, we use EC2 Git, EC2 Git or Windows Git. I'm not getting, Aman. What is the meaning of this? EC2 Git means? What is EC2 Git? Guys, only 1 minute, guys. Aman also, please wait. Only 1 minute. I will send some address to person. Wait. Okay, thank you. So, Aman, in real time, we use EC2 Git or Windows Git Bash. In EC2, we install Git. Yes, in Windows, we install Git Bash. Basically, we will not use the Git Bash locally. So, in EC2 itself, we can use the terminal or Git Bash. Again, we cannot confirm this one. The project to project, it might vary. But generally, we will not go with the GUI app like Tortoise or maybe a Git GUI and all available in the market. Most of the time, we will go with the command line interface. When I say command line interface, it might be a command prompt or terminal or Git Bash. And you basically will not install that one. Already it will be installed in the machine itself. Or otherwise, when you launch that particular server, automatically you will get the bash. Aman, did I answer your question? So work will be the same on, yes, it will be same on both. But you will generally not go for any GUI app like a Tortoise or Git GUI and all. You will go for command line interface. Oh, fine. Okay, so
Command line interface is like
it's a kind of a terminal, the Git Bash.
From EC2 instance only, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So I will copy the image at the CentOS machine. And go to the community AMI. And I will select this one. And then I have to choose, maybe I will go with a large, T to large, because it's a master machine. And I have to choose my key pair. Yes. Once it is completed, I can click on launch EC2 instance. Right. Just I have launched one CentOS EC2 machine. So I will open my terminal. I can close this. So I will go to the downloads folder because where only I have my key pair. Now let me connect this EC2 instance with the help of SSH connectivity. So I will paste SSH space -i, keep your name, username at the rate of a public or domain name or IP address. When you press enter, press yes. Okay, I have connected to my CentOS server now with the help of SSH connectivity. So I will clear the screen. Now, guys, the first step before installing the Ansible, can you quickly confirm whether Python is available or not? So how to check this one? Just to type Python space --, a version. When you press enter, it will tell you, yes, I have a Python. Guys, remember, at least you should have Python 2.7. At least you should have Python 2.7 in order to handle your Ansible. In default, in your CentOS server, Python is already inbuilt. But if you go with some other server, maybe you couldn't find the Python. In that case, you have to install the Python. Then only you can able to work on Ansible. But in my case, luckily I have a Python in my CentOS machine. In default, CentOS machine as the Python server. Python server. Right? Any questions so far?
No, Dinesh.
Okay. So the next step is I'm going to install wget. Guys, do you know what is wget? What is wget?
No, no, Dinesh.
Okay. Remember, wget is also one package. Yes, Aman, correct. It is to download some package. So wget package, you know, as like we have a yum, right? Yum is a one package manager. In the same way, this command install the wget package using yum package manager. It means that suppose if you want to download any file from the web, generally people will go for wget package. So how to install wget? I'm going to use a command called sudo yum install wget. So this space -y. So this is the command to install the wget. Why am I installing the wget? If you ask me, I'm going to download some file. For that reason, I need a package manager. I need a package which is called wget. It's a command line utility. It's a command line utility. When you use this wget package, we can able to download a file from the web. I'll press enter. So it will start installing a wget package. I'm going to use this wget package to download some file. Right? So it is completed. Now using this wget, I'm going to download some file. So let me take that particular file also. So I have a file called a Fedora file. So this is the file. This is a file I'm going to download. So I will write wget and paste this particular file. So if you ask me what is this file, can you see here one word which is called epel? What is epel? Anyone knows what is epel? Epel. Epel refers extra package for enterprise Linux. Epel refers extra package for enterprise Linux. So generally, it is a one repository. In that repository, you know, we have collection of libraries. We can able to find it. EPEL is one separate repository. So this EPEL repository has a collection of repos. When I say repos, maybe a collection of packages it does. So we are going to download this EPEL. In default, this EPEL is not available in yum package or in Ansible. Whenever if you go with the CentOS machine or maybe a Red Hat machine, this EPEL extra package for enterprise Linux is not available in order to download the Ansible. Right? First of all, you have to download this EPEL and you have to install them. wget is to download, not to install. So we are using the wget to download this particular file. Once you have downloaded, we are going to install this particular package. So basically, this command uses wget to download this particular file which is available on this particular URL. So if you ask me what is this file, the file is a package for the EPEL. Extra package for enterprise Linux. So in real time, when you deal with the CentOS server, we need to download this particular package, then only we can able to install the Ansible. Did you remember? When I install the Jenkins, before that I have done two things. One is I have downloaded the Jenkins repository and then I have imported the key, Jenkins key. In the same way, Ansible has some dependency which is called extra package for enterprise Linux. So press enter. It is completed. Can you see? It's completed. So let me clear this. Okay. Once you downloaded that extra package for Enterprise Linux, now we have to install this. How to install? Directly we can go with the M package also, or we can go for Red Hat Package Manager, which is called RPM, Red Hat Package Manager, space -I, which is install, which is verbose, and whatever that, if you want to list it, right, we can write H space. What is the name? The name is EPEL -release, the file name release -7-14 dot notch.rpm. It's a file name, right? Earlier we have given the same file name. So you can find this in the documentation itself, guys. Can you see here? Sudo rpm space -I, -v, -h, and then EPEL release -7-14 dot norch.rpm. You have to write it. So thereby we can able to install this particular file, right? We already downloaded this RPM file. So now we are installing this with the help of Red Hat Package Manager command. Red Hat Package Manager command. So we have to install them. Error. No such file or formatted. So this particular file is available in.
Dinesh, you name the spell of this EPEL as EFEL. Might be you have to remove H
Yes,
there.
yes, yes, correct. Yes, correct. 100% it is completed. So if you want to check, is that file is available? I can write a sudo yum repo list, repository list, right? So it's got available in your one minute, guys. Okay, so let me clear the screen. So far what we have done, we have installed the wget or downloaded the wget in my machine, and then we have downloaded some file with the help of a wget, and we have installed with the help of Red Hat Package Manager RPM command. Now, so far whatever that operation we are doing, which is related to the wget, right? So now what I'm going to do, I am going to enable this EPEL command. EPEL, right? Extra package for Enterprise Linux. I'm going to enable that one. Why am I enabling this one? This command, basically enable the EPEL repository in the M configuration. I'm going to do on the M. So whatever the EPEL that I have downloaded, that particular package is not available in the M, right? So I'm going to enable this M package for, this EPEL package for M. How we can enable? Just to type a sudo command, yum -config -manager space -enable. Which one you have to enable? EPEL I have to enable. So this one, this command, it will enable the EPEL repository, right, in the M configuration. So press enter. Can you see this particular file we have downloaded for the CentOS machine? Now it is available on the yum also. To confirm this, I will now write the command called sudo yum install Ansible space -y. Now I am going to install this with help of yum package itself. When you press enter, it will start installing your Ansible server. So if you are not following this particular step, in CentOS machine, you cannot install the Ansible. Just remember, guys, operating system wise, your command will vary. But for CentOS machine, this is a general process you have to follow. The first step, you have to get the duplicate, and then you have to download the file, and then you have to install them with the help of Red Package Manager, the Red Hat Package Manager, and finally you have to enable this for the yum repository. Then you can install the Ansible. So these are the series of steps you have to follow. Yes, am I clear? So
Yes,
Yes,
Dinesh.
sir.
okay. Right. So if you check Ansible space --, version, so it is giving Ansible we have a latest version, which is 2.9.27 we have installed. Yes, can anyone tell me, in the previous session I said how to set the master slave architecture in Ansible, but before that, how the communication is happening from the master to slave? SSH, right? And in Jenkins also we have done. In Jenkins, we have created the master machine and we have a slave machine. Master communicated with the slave with help of SSH connectivity. And along with that, we have generated some keeper. We have copied the keeper from the master to slave for passwordless authentication. So this is my master machine. Now what I'm going to do, first step, I'm going to add Ansible user here. On the master machine, I'm going to add Ansible user. So how to add the Ansible user? So before that, let me check the present working directory, which is /home/CentOS. I will add the Ansible user now. So how to add? Simply you can type a command called sudo user add Ansible. Did you remember in Jenkins I said sudo user add Jenkins. In Ansible, sudo user add Ansible. And press enter. And let me add the password also. Sudo password. For which user? For Ansible user. For Ansible user. Press enter. It will ask you the password. You can give some password here. That's it. Now you successfully added the password. So you have to follow this particular step, guys. Sudo user add Ansible, that is to set the username. Sudo password Ansible, where you can give some password. Yes, before that, there are some important files in Ansible you should aware this. There are important files are available on your Ansible, which is one important file is inventory file. Can anyone tell me? In the previous session, I said what is inventory file? What is inventory file? In previous session, I said, what is inventory file on your Ansible? Don't you remember? So inventory file in which you can find the remote server information like IP address or fully qualified domain name. So how your master will communicate with the slave machine. Ansible we are using for configuration management. It means that you need to install some software or delete the software or adding the user, giving the permission. There are different kind of operation you have to perform on maybe a 30 to 40 server. Then how the communication will happen? Then yes, this is such connectivity, but along with it, where you will store all those servers information. You have a remote machine, right? Remote server. All those slave machines, we have IP address or fully qualified name. Where you will store it? You will have it inside your inventory file. Inventory file. So in order to see that one, I will take you to my terminal. So what is the default path? The default path is just to type /etc/Ansible. It is the default path where you can find the Ansible information. So when you press enter, and if I type ls space -al, can you see here? We have important files are available here. We have a directory called roles, and we have two important files also, which is ansible.configuration file, and we have a host. This is your inventory file. This is your inventory file. Here you can find all the remote server or slave machine information like IP address or fully qualified domain name. So if someone in the interview, people might ask you, what is the default location of inventory file? You have to tell them /etc/Ansible/host. This is where you will store your IP address of slaves. I can open this just to type V8 editor, type host. Open the inventory file. See this inventory file. What they have given. This is the default Ansible host file. It should live in /etc/Ansible/volt. So here you can find the group of hosts are available, right? You can enter either host name, it means the fully qualified name, or you can pass the IP address also. Say they have given some example one. Suppose if you want to define which IP address that you want to communicate from the master, all this IP address, you can give it here. Suppose if you want to give in the form of a collection of hosts, you can give it like this also. By putting the square bracket also, you can give the collection of your host name. Directly also you can give it without giving any name, either by the fully qualified name or IP address, or you can give some name. Below that, you can give a list of IP addresses that you want to communicate. Say for an example, I will go to my AWS console and I'm going to create one server. Say I will create one server, one more server. This is my master server, right? I will create one more server. So this is my slave Ansible. Like that, I'm giving some name. So here I'm using same EMI. So let me go with the medium. So here I can use this one. Then I can click on launch instance. Okay, so I will copy this public IP address, but generally in the production server, we couldn't find the public IP address. The people, they will go for only the private IP address. But for practice point of view, we are all using the public IP address. So I will copy the public IP address. And I will go to my terminal. I will go to insert mode. Say, suppose I'm not disturbing this one. Say I will write one square bracket. Say this server is production server. And I'm going to give that IP address. That's it. The public IP address, right? I've copied the public IP address that I have pasted here. Suppose if you have a 100 slave machine, here you have to just paste it. Or if you have a fully qualified name, you can give the URL also. Simply, I'm going to save this particular file. So remember what happened? Cannot open the file for writing. Please enter.
Dinesh, we are doing this in the master mission.
Yes, in the master machine, correct. In the master machine only, master is only going to talk with the slave, right?
Yes, yes.
So we are just, adding the slave IP address here. Then only master can able to communicate with each slave machine.
Okay.
One minute, please.